Hey guys, it's been a little bit since I've been on here, but I really just want to talk about communication right now. I know I've probably done that kind of topic before, but I just really need to talk about it right now. First off, have you ever felt like you've been forgotten? Because honestly, I've been feeling that way a lot lately. My husband has not been doing good on his communication lately. I mean, I understand it's a 14-hour difference, but he just really won't text me at all. Like that, or if I text him, he'll leave me on red for long periods of time. And I'm honestly pretty agitated right now. But as of lately, I've been in a really deep depression. Like it's not the good kind at all. Like I think I'm at a level 2 right now, and it's continuously getting worse. Cause either that, he call me while I'm at work. But the only issue is that he doesn't bother to call me when I want him to, but he calls me on his own terms. But he never texts me and asks me if I'm at work before he calls me. He calls me right away. Which, if I wasn't at work, that would have been a whole different thing. But he doesn't do that. He calls me when he wants to. And he calls me at the most random times. I mean, yes, it's a 14-hour difference. It's like, let's say, well, it's 10:25 now. So about 11:25 a.m. there. So I'm just really agitated right now. Like I said in a lot of my videos, I love him. I love him more than anything. Don't get me wrong. But it's just a matter of fact that he has not taken the initiative to try to at least text me ahead of time before he decides to call me. He never did that. Ever. He's always been terrible about that. So, I mean, we've been together for almost 2 years. You'd think after maybe even a year it would get annoying. At first it didn't bother me because we kind of lacked communication anyway at the beginning. Like I would text him and he'd leave me on red, and it was just a complete mess. Honestly, I already kind of still think our relationship's not going to last that long. I mean, yes, we've been together for almost 2 years, but if the communication keeps lacking the way it is now, I don't really see it lasting that much longer. But I'm not gonna be the one who says, oh, I want to get a divorce because we're lacking communication. No, I'm not doing that. That's not how I do it. Austin and I are the ones who want to try to work things out. Well, more it's me. I'm trying to work this out with him because there's no way in hell that I'm gonna divorce him. I love him too much. But also, he's not being grateful on how much effort I'm putting in just to get myself overseas in the first place. I have one more appointment next week. But then I have to set one more appointment. I have 2 out of the 3 appointments set. Well, I had my dentist appointment 2 days ago to get my panoramic. That was that was quick and easy. I had a cleaning done the next day, and then I've had work for the past couple days. I've been working quite a bit, and honestly, there really needs to be communication. Like, I talked to him on the phone somewhat last week, and he got all defensive when I cracked a joke. He muted his microphone. He completely ignored anything that I said. And whenever he makes an offensive joke towards me, do I mute my microphone? No. I eventually laugh it off. But apparently with Austin, it's not okay. If he pulls a joke, it's fine. But when I pull a joke, apparently it's not okay with him. I don't know how that works. So he makes it think that he has the right to pull jokes on me and me not to pull jokes on him. That is not okay. Tell me, how in the world does that make even sense? Ow. You're right. It doesn't. He's been pretty short with me. And but honestly, he doesn't even talk to me that much anymore. I try, but sometimes it just doesn't work. I've been stressed out. But like I said, I'm in a level 2 depression right now. Like, my depression has never been this bad before. It's not really having to deal with him. It's just my life in general. I had a really shitty day at work today. And it's just getting to the point where I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I don't know what happened. I used to be so happy. And then now, I just don't know what to feel. I've been having mixed emotions for the past week. Plus, I don't really get to hear from Austin much. I only hear from him at least once a week. If I'm lucky, 2. I heard from him, I think, a few days ago. When I was hanging out with my friends and he called me. Of course I answered because I was not working. If I'm with my friends, I'll answer. But if it's at work, I can't. I'm not allowed to. Even though a couple times I've answered, but I said, I'm at work, I'll call you back. And I tried calling him tonight. He didn't answer. Like, okay, he's just doing whatever he wants. And then this is what I quote. He said, taking a shit right now. I'm like, why couldn't you just say it in a more proper term? Saying, I'm in the restroom right now, I'll call you back. But no. It's it's getting really bad. I just don't know what to do anymore, honestly. Sometimes I just feel like I've been putting myself down too much. But what more does he expect me to do? I can only do so much. I'm trying so hard. But to be truthfully honest, he's not really putting any effort into our marriage right now. Like, I understand he wants to talk to me and everything, but I can't go on his schedule, and he can't go on mine. Because my work schedule varies. I would have this day off, but then I would work all weekend long, and not be able to talk till later on in the nighttime. But he works every day, pretty much, except for the weekends. He's off every weekend. But here's another thing. Whenever I do talk to him, guess what he does? Plays on his computer. And we'd be on the phone for 3.5 to 4 hours, but it would be mostly silent, or him yelling at the game. And then saying to me that he messed up or he died in the game. And I said, well, there's nothing I can really do about that. And then he gets all defensive on me. And I honestly say, you don't need to be putting that blame on me. Because I did nothing. All I'm trying to do is make some conversation. You clearly don't do that. Which he needs to start putting an effort in our marriage. I'm not going to play the only one to make this marriage work. It takes 2 people to make it work, not 1. So basically, you can say that my marriage is on the rocks. And hell, I've only been married for almost 2 months. How in the hell does that even work? I don't get him sometimes. Like, he won't really tell me anything. I'm just like, just talk to me. It's not that difficult. I'm literally 1 message away. And you can tell me absolutely anything. But I'm close to being at my wit's end. Because I feel like I'm the only one that's trying. I just don't want to be the only one putting all the effort into the marriage. It would be nice for him to help me. Back me up. I don't want to be the bad guy here. I'm literally trying everything in my power to make this marriage work. But it's mentally and physically draining me. I have no energy. It's draining all the energy I have. And no matter how many times I've tried to point it out to him, it won't go through his thick skull. Or just the other night when we talked on the phone, like a few days ago, I told him about drinking, and he's like, "Why do you always bring that up?" I'm like, "Because I worry about you. I don't want you drinking." Even though I can't control his actions. I can't. So he's probably drinking a lot more behind my back, but who knows? Like I said, he doesn't tell me anything anymore, so I don't know what the hell's going on in his part of the world. I tell him absolutely everything. Yet, he doesn't want to reciprocate. He thinks it's okay, be like, "Oh, I don't have to tell her everything," and blah, blah, blah. When in reality, I want him to talk to me. We literally never get to talk during the week. We'd be lucky if we talked on the weekend. Because he wants to sit there on his ass playing computer games all weekend long and not even move unless he wants to go get food or whatever. And not even taking a little bit of energy that he has to text me. And throughout our relationship, never once has he ever sent me a long paragraph. The only paragraph that he ever read to me was our vows. Of course, mine was longer. It always has been. I am the writer in the relationship, not him. Which, I get it. But it would be nice for him to write to me once in a while, like, more than just a couple words. Because honestly, that could change the whole mood for the whole entire day. But he thinks that's too much effort, apparently. When I've written him so many paragraphs throughout our 2 years of being together. But yet he won't reciprocate those feelings either. I don't know what else to say. No matter how many times I try to point it out, he won't listen. I mean, yes, I love him with my whole heart and soul and with everything that I have in me. But it would be nice for him to reciprocate the feelings once in a while. Tell me what he's feeling or tell me what he's doing. Because I don't know what he's doing over there. And he doesn't know what I'm doing over here. It goes both ways, but I always ask him what he's doing. Or he never asks me how my day went. I ask him how his day went all the time, but he won't do the same for me. He'll just ask me the same questions every single day. The same questions. It's starting to get old. He mostly asks me... sometimes he asks me what I'm doing, but most of the time I say I'm at work. He's like, "Oh, okay." That's the only response I get. It would be nice if he's like, "Oh, well, I hope you're having a good day at work and I'll talk to you when you get off. I love you." He doesn't do that. I have to be the first one to say I love you now. He used to say it before me. Now he's not like that anymore. I'm the one who has to say it. The only time he actually says it first is when we have to hang up the phone. That's the only time he says it first. it's just been so hard. I even sent him a long paragraph somewhere last week and said, I'd appreciate a little bit more communication. I only hear from you on the phone once or twice a week, if I'm lucky to. Usually it's one, and that's usually on the weekends. It'd be nice to just say, hey, how's your day going? Hope you have a good day at work, or blah, 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 etc., etc. He never does that to me, ever. I've always done that to him, but he's never done it to me. So, you can say there's really no reciprocation right there. I mean, I know he loves me because he married me. And I love him. It goes both ways. But I just appreciate from him a little bit more for more communication. That's all I ever want. There's like literally a few keys to a happy and healthy marriage. Communication, trust, love. He reciprocates 2 out of the 3, which is love and trust. The only thing he really, really lacks is communication. And communications is a big one. Especially if you're out of the country. Communication and trust are the big ones right there. I'm putting all my faith in him, and he's putting all his faith in me. I'm trying. The only thing I do not trust him with is alcohol. Because he texted me one day, this was like literally a few months ago, back in, I think, February or even March or April. I don't remember. But he texted me out of the blue and said that I don't remember what happened last night. And I said, have you been drinking? But he completely avoided that question. And as soon as I got off work that night, he said that he has videos that he apparently sent me that didn't send last night. And then it was pretty much him being drunk off his ass. Now, when I saw those videos, I lost it. I completely lost my mind. It shattered me. Because knowing he would not remember what happened the night before. And I said, babe. He was like, what? I'm like, you're drunk. And he's like, you were drunk. And he's like, I know. I'm like, I had a serious talk with him after that. After the fact that happened, he's like, don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm like, I know you're fine. But I don't want you turning out like your dad. I don't want you to die at a young age and having a lot of alcohol in your liver and your kidneys. Because your kidneys and your liver cannot process that much alcohol. I just worry about him. That's why if sometimes I bring up the alcohol thing, and I said, you better not be drinking. And he's like, why do you always bring that up? And I said, because I worry about you. Is that a freaking crime? Apparently, I can't worry about him. But, hell, it is what it is. All we can do is work on our marriage. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to have him promise me that he's going to work on it too. Not just me. Because I'm the one who's busting her ass here. Not him. He's not doing anything. He's not putting in any effort at all. But that's going to change. Because I don't want to leave him. I don't. But like I said, guys, communication is one of the biggest things to have a healthy and happy relationship. So, I don't want you guys going through the same thing as I am right now. I mean, yes, it'll eventually get better, but it'll probably be a lot better once we get some marriage counseling when I get out there and we can work on our communication together. So, I'm going to conclude my video for the night. And I'll just keep you guys updated as soon as I can. I know it's not going to be every day. I'm going to try a little bit harder to get on YouTube when I'm not going to work early, because I've been working early a lot lately. That, or I've just been working like the mid shifts. They're not that bad. But, excuse me. I'll try to update you guys again sometime this week. If not, sometime next week. And I'll keep you updated on how Austin and I's marriage is at that point. Okay? See you later, guys.